Alright, so guys, as you can already tell by the title of this video, we are sat in my mate's Seat Leon. I'm going to get a butchering for this, saying the name of this car, because I can never say it right, but it's the Seat Leon FR 2 litre diesel. It's the Seat Leon FR Plus, I forget that. So it's the facelift version, and it's, as far as I'm aware, it's a pretty rare model, because as you can see, this interior is very nice and out of the ordinary sort of interior. It's one of the main points that I love about the car, to be honest. This interior goes really nice with the red outside. But we're just going to take it on a short journey today, a couple of back roads. You'll probably recognise these back roads because I've taken my car down these back roads a couple of times in my videos. But I suppose it's going to be sort of a review sort of video, a review or a comparison to my ST. It's always going to, every car that I ever review is going to be a comparison to my ST, because that's the car I've driven for the last year, and that's what I'm used to. This is a completely different car to the ST. This is obviously a more a bigger car. For one, it's diesel, so you get a lot of torque on the low end, and then when you get up to the high end, it sort of lacks in that power, but that can be changed with just a little remap. We can't really do any pulls or anything down these back roads because it's not my car. I'm not going to tear it about. It's just going to be a little review and a sort of welcome the car to the channel, because all the mods that my mate has planned for this car, he's already said to me that we can film them. So we will be filming most of the stuff done to this car. He got a little bit impatient with the wind deflectors. He's already fitted them, but that's no biggie, because it's not really a video, is it? I didn't even do the videos on fitting the wind deflectors on my car, I don't think. It may have been in one of my videos. But I just wanted to take his car out for a little drive. I've told him he can go out in my car. He's actually got my car now. I don't know where he's going. But as far as I've only been driving it for what, a couple of minutes now, 5 minutes. It's quite a solid car. It's really quite solid. It handles really well. The main difference that I notice with most cars that I go in, even being passenger, is the suspension. Compared to the ST, obviously ST suspension is very solid. That's the main thing I notice, and then obviously the power, it's just there. And in this car, from what I've been feeling in second and third, the power is literally just there. But that might be just the fact that it's a turbo diesel. Diesels always have more torque, and it's there when you start, basically. A couple of things I do like to mention. I've already mentioned about the interior. Obviously, it's lovely interior. I like it. It might not be to some of yours tastes, but it's to mine. I think it really does go well with the red car. I mean, it's got the 18-inch wheels on this as well in silver. Obviously, this is the FR Plus, so it's the facelift. You'll tell a few differences in the front of the car. It's got the xenon lights, so very bright at night. I know that because he's been driving behind me sometimes. It's just an all-round solid car, I think. I mean, it's something to compare to the ST. The power is a little bit different. The steering is very responsive. I think I just ran over a recently hit pigeon, which isn't very nice. Sorry about that, Callum. But the steering feels very rock solid. It's smooth as well. That's another good thing. It's smooth steering. I mean, you don't have to turn the wheel steering wheel much to turn a corner. I don't think that the steering radius on this isn't too big either. The steering wheel's quite small, which I like. It's got the flat bottom steering wheel as well, with the FR badge in the middle to complement it. The radio, it's got this, because this is being the top model for this model, it's the top of the range one. It's got everything. It's got the full leather interior. It's got Bluetooth. It's got sat nav. It's got DAB radio. It's got electric folding mirrors. It's got the xenon headlights. It's got the 18-inch alloys. Discs and brakes all round. I'm trying to think of what else we've mentioned to each other. Another thing I have to mention, my mate likes the fact that the window wipers on these, they sit at the side of the windows, and when you turn them on, they come down and wipe the window. It's a cool feature. Only, I think, mostly Seats have it. I mean, I know some Ford Galaxies have it, but they're not important. So yeah, to me, it's an all-round solid car. The seats are comfortable as well. The seats are really comfortable. I have yet to find out there it is, where the little knob is to put the seat back a bit, so I'm not so far forward. I'm trying to think of facts to bounce back between the ST and this, but they're just such different cars. Like I said, this is a bigger car, so it feels a bit more wide on the road. It feels a bit more like a lorry sort of thing compared to the Fiesta. The Fiesta feels quite, like I said, the suspension is quite solid. It's quite a thin car. It's quite small, nimble. So yeah, it's a completely different car to the ST, but it's something that maybe if you can't afford the ST, is something to look at, because it's the same sort of power. This is 172 brake horsepower, I think, from a 2-litre turbo diesel. I think this model specifically, it was about £8,500–9,000, which is pretty decent. My mate picked this up at a really good price. It's a 12 plate and it's only on 24,000 miles. It was on 24,000 miles when he got it. It's now on 29,000 miles. But it's been well looked after too, this car. It drives very smooth as well. Another thing to mention, it's very quiet. With it being a diesel, you would think you'd hear the diesel noise all the time, but it's very, very quiet. I mean, I didn't think to mention that before, but it's quite quiet. I'm shocked. I also, another thing I forgot to mention, the lights on this. I've mentioned the xenon lights at the front, but the rear lights, now they're the facelift lights. Compared to the old model, where there was 2 circles on each side, these are more like 2 little L's, and I like that. I like that a lot. I wish they had implemented. I just wish they had implemented some sort of indicators into them rear lights, into the little L's, because that would have been good. But we're literally coming to the end of the journey now. I'm going to park up. Might get some outside shots. Alright guys, so here is where you're going to hear the diesel noise because I've left the car running. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video sort of here with the car in the background. It's been quite a good drive. I mean, it's an awesome car all round. I forgot to mention it's also got parking sensors all the way around. Now I just want to say, this isn't more like of a review for people to watch if they're going to buy the car. This is more of a review and an introduction to the car, to the channel really. I see bikes coming, so I'm moving out of the way, but this car all round is pretty awesome, and you're probably going to see it quite a lot on the channel as well, because all the mods that we do to it are going to be done on the channel. Like I said in the video, I don't know if it's focused on me or not, but this car that's now coming literally just drove past me. So yeah, this car It's pretty awesome. He literally just drove past me and gave me the same look. But anyway, more of an introduction. We're going to have a little walk around quickly before I end the video. Obviously, like I said, it's the facelift. The FR Plus. It's got 5 doors. It's got the 18s, discs and brakes, discs and pads all round. The front. One thing I must mention is the fact that obviously, with this being a facelift, the grille is a little bit shorter. So you've obviously got this red bar right here. The badge in the middle is a little bit different. These grills at the side here are a little bit smaller. The wing mirror is a little bit different as well. If we go round to the back, where the lights are that I told you about that I liked, there they are, little L shapes, little inwards L shapes. He has actually already got plans for making this, what do you call it, rear indented diffuser, I guess. He has already got plans to try and get that gloss black, which will be good. We'll also hopefully put that on the channel. He's got plans for painting the calipers as well, because at the minute they are just literally the standard silver. You can't really see them because the wheel's in the way, but they are literally just the standard boring silver. That was probably not a good wheel to show you. He's going to hate me for that. That's the worst wheel. But yeah, all round it's a pretty awesome car. Like I said, it's not a review to watch if you're going out and buying the car. You want to do a test drive before you buy any car, by the way, just saying. It's just a welcome to the channel. So I'm going to end the video here, and I will probably see you in my next video. Hopefully, if you aren't yet subscribed, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 650 now, I think. But yeah, I'm going to end it here, and hopefully we'll see this car again on the channel pretty soon when we start doing the mods to it. So yeah, peace out, guys.